last time, Monday?
Monday we spoke about like when you're interacting with a client, how our body language should be, or how to keep it as interactive as possible with that
Yes.
client.
So what are the key takeaways which you took from there?
One was of course that to be positive and to listen more and speak less. Let
Yes.
the client speak.
Yeah. And also focus on what exactly you want to achieve while talking to that customer.
Noting it down before the meeting, the
Yes.
points that I talked about.
So one should be able to understand what exactly we have to do. Right, Ipshita? And I also asked you a question. I believe you would have got it. What is tangible and intangible products?
I couldn't read much about it. I had meetings, but give me 5 minutes, I can check.
Yeah, take your time. Yeah, Shruti, can you tell me what are tangible and intangible products?
I think I missed that part. So,
So the question is, what are intangible and tangible products?
mm,
Okay. Yeah. I think it's the retail stores, those are more tangible products where we can touch and feel, take a look of what we want to buy. But that for my company, like we provide services. It's like IT services. You can't touch and feel. You can use that application and see what the outcomes are. But you can't touch the application itself and see what it is.
Yeah, we cannot touch them, but yes. So the major difference between tangible and intangible is that, girls, what happens that whenever we buy a product, the service has to be together. Product and service go hand in hand. So tangible products are those products which you can touch, intangible which you cannot touch. For example, Lipshita, if we talk about hair service, or your person we go to a beauty parlor, we can feel the effect of the haircut. That is something we can feel. Similarly, if you buy a refrigerator, we will be very happy because we are touching the product, but after service is very important. So just remember one thing very clearly, guys, that tangible and intangible is nothing but it goes together. I hope you guys have made a nice notebook, which is called Toolbox. You're making notes, all of you. Meera, Ashwini, you were there in the session last time. Nagashri? Ashwini, Meera. Shruti.
Yes, I was there in the previous session.
You heard everything? You were there till the last?
Yes, I was there.
Yes. So any ideas you would like to tell me about intangible and tangible, Meera?
Sorry, I didn't work on the assignment. I'll tell you tomorrow if it's okay. Or
True that. So Meera, just if you can turn on your cameras today, that would be nice. Because as it is, we have a very limited group today.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So now today's topic is pitching the product. So what is your views on pitching the product? What is the meaning of that? Can anybody tell me what exactly pitching the product means?
Give a brief about my product, but in a very interesting and a short and crisp way.
So why pitching is important?
To make the client understand about what we do, like what we are offering them.
You know, any example, one example from your day-to-day life, anyone can give me?
Yeah, when I talk about my case studies with the client.
Okay,
it's relevant to their need.
That is something which is also your testimonials, right, Ipshita? Case studies. So any other example that you go out and buy something? How do people pitch their product? How, especially the sales? Shruti, Ashwini, anyone who would like to answer?
Analyze the benefits of product.
Exactly. True that. So let us start with this. Yeah. So pitching the right product means showing a product as the perfect solution to what your customer actually needs or struggles with. You're not just selling features, but you're also connecting the product to the customer's real life problem. That is true. So whenever we are pitching the product, it's not that what you want to pitch, there are other things also which are involved. Number one, what is the major need of that customer? Why you have to say? So Ipshita, I remember you asked me this question day before yesterday, how to pitch in my product. Focus on what exactly the customer needs. and then pitch in. Understand the pain points and then pitch in. Yeah, just give me a minute, please. I'll stop presenting and present it again. One sec. Hi, Nisha. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm
You got
slightly
late
late. I'm
today.
sorry. Yeah.
What
Just
happened?
completing lunch.
Lovely. All right, so let's start with this. Cool.
Kamal, I'll be dropping off. Alekia is here. I will connect with you a little later today.
No worries, Alresha. Take
Yeah.
care. Take care. All the best.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. All right, girls. So now since we are here, so let us discuss what is the major need of pitching the product. Anyone? Apart from this, what I'm showing you. So please understand that you have to generate interest and awareness in an audience and customer's mind, which is very important. And here also you have to establish your credibility. For example, when I went to the Reliance store yesterday, what had happened? I wanted to buy a fridge. So there were 2, 3 different people from the different brands, and they were trying to pitch in. So the thing which I noticed in them was the way they were interacting with the customers. They were pitching in a very swift manner and telling them the needs, what a customer needs. For that, they listen to us very carefully. So the most important thing that matters out here is give the audience that time, what exactly that he or she needs. Understand the problem in a better way. So pitching the product is a very, very important platform for a customer to actually connect with because they're struggling with it. So whenever we are pitching the right product, this is what I always tell. I believe Shruti will also agree with me that she is a communication trainer, but the audience plays a very important role. Understand
Yes,
your
it is very
audience.
important.
You have to have an eye contact with them. Understand, be very patient to understand what their problem is. And also keep a notepad with you addressing to that. And whatever product you will be giving it to them, that will be the best solution at that time. So remember, you're not selling, that is what they need. And for that, you need to be a good storyteller. You should be able to pitch in with a proper sequential form of way, which is needed. That is introduction. What exactly you're pitching in for? What is the reason behind it? See, reason, and then give a strong example along with the testimonials. And then again reiterate it that why you should go for this. So yes, it has to follow a sequence and then wait for the customer to come back to you on that. So here, pitching the right product means you have to know your audience well, which is very important. Understand the problems. Through that, show how the product is the best solution. So remember, pitching an art, whenever we are working on pitching, it is an art and it is a skill that can make a person or it can break a person, the one who is pitching. So especially here, we have to be very careful what exactly we have to present. Our objective should be very clear. What innovation we have, how we have to connect with the audience. So it is that right time and the right place we have to speak with them. That plays a long way. So here, pitching a product means talking about your product or a way that makes people excited and interested. It is important. It shows your passion. So the day before yesterday, when I showed you that video, passion is needed, smile is needed, connection is needed. Relax, understand. It's going to be the Zen kind of a situation that will help you to pitch that product in a better way. Convince them to believe in your product. How? Give them testimonials. Give them, for example, Honda City. Though there is a lot of competition in the market right now, but still it is able to pave a way for him, for herself, or himself, or itself. Let's keep it that way. Why? Because of its credibility, because of its uniqueness and changing according to the customer's needs. So stick to what you feel is important. Understand your product well and then pitch. And first of all, understand the pains what a customer is facing. So for example, Airtel Extreme fiber in small towns. What is the customer's main point? Slow internet in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Airtel Extreme gives you high-speed internet even in remote areas, perfect for students taking online sessions or working professionals. So why does it work? Because it solves a real problem, bad internet in a specific context. Similarly, LIC Jeevan Labh policy. Middle class families, it is targeting the middle class families. They want a safe investment plus life insurance. With LIC Jeevan Labh, you get life coverage and guaranteed returns. It is a smart way to secure your family's future and grow your savings. So it aligns with the Indian family's desire for security plus savings without any high risk. Godrej Properties. Have you heard about that, girls? Godrej Properties. Now, Godrej Properties clientele is high end. They are targeting that high luxury people, luxury style people who want big houses, apartments with lot of amenities. So the basic thing is they are focusing on that. So their clientele is that. So they are targeting them. So first of all, you also have to know what kind of people you have to target. That is important. Ipsha, like you say that you offer those kind of services. So you have to find those people who are actually in need and what exactly they need, that you can twist and turn. For example, when we take these sessions for professionals, like Shruti Mittal takes, she also understands what exactly the professional needs. And then you touch the pain points and then give that product. So that is the need. That is something which we have to focus upon. Understand the audience well. Now, for example, let's talk about Tata Ace mini truck. The customer main point is small business owners. They need affordable vehicle to transport goods. That's very important. So Tata Ace help you to grow your business. How? Strong, affordable, and easy to maintain. It is very ideal for Kirana store owners, farmers, and delivery agents, which is very, very effective. Then we have Swiggy for working professionals. That is matches something which is the hit thing, I would say. No time to cook, want convenience. So you can get fresh food delivered in 30 minutes from home style meals to your favorite restaurants. So Swiggy makes your life easier. So why does it work? Because it matches the lifestyle of urban India who value convenience. So this is how they focus on the right audience. Audience have to be considered, which is very important. Now, the next thing that is very important, girls, is elevator pitch. Please keep making notes, keep writing the bullet words, which is very essential. Wherein you feel that you need slides, you can take a screenshot of the slides.
Ma'am, you're not sharing the PPT, ma'am? No.
Acha, you're not, I am. Guys, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see that.
No. I'm asking like through to our Gmail ID or something like that.
No, because this particular PowerPoint presentation is for Herky.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can take the slides shots,
Oh,
screenshots.
yeah. Thank you.
I was wondering whether I'm sharing it or not. Then I thought, no, I am. All right. So girls, any idea what is elevator pitch? Can anybody tell me? Nisha, what is elevator pitch?
Yeah, elevator pitches like you have few seconds in your hand, and in that you have to max out what information you want to pass to from yourself to the other person.
True. Can you give me an example?
Like suppose meet a person who's going to interview us,
Hmm.
or we meet that person in the lift. So
Huh.
in that case, the elevator pitch is like informing the person that you are the right candidate for that particular job role.
Exactly. And how will you do that? This is for the job role. Maybe what is for the product then?
For the product, it would be what is the USP of the product.
Yeah. USP of the product. You can even start with the problem, the foundation.
Yeah. Both means depend upon what the situation is like.
Exactly. Very well done. Anyone else who would like to put in? Anyone else? So, girls, just remember what is elevator pitch? It is a kind of a few seconds you just want to capture the interest of the people. Like in the first few seconds, people decide whether they want to keep listening. A sharp elevator pitch helps you to get that to that point quickly. For example, we are making a solar powered cold storage for small farmers to reduce post harvest losses by 40%. Now, that is something engaging. So, remember this very categorically. When you're talking to people, always focus on the grabber or the hook so that the audience is driven towards you like a magnet. So remember the first crucial time whenever you're talking to anyone, that is the time you will make yourself or break yourself. So make sure you use it effectively. For example, here, this person has used 40%. Now that is something which has piqued the interest of the human beings. How? Now, sometimes you don't have to explain everything, just have to pinpoint what exactly it is going to offer. Just enough, just enough to make them want more. It is very, very perfect for busy investors, customers, or potential partners. Very important. So it's just like a teaser, not the full movie. For example, the other day, I was watching the teaser of this movie, War 2. That really attracted me. Wow, nice storyline. So they know what exactly has to be shown, what pulse has to be put across so that the audience is directed towards you. Similarly, Ranbir Kapoor recently has started his brand. Now he started with some name and he just left it there. So that piqued the interest of the audience. So remember, you should know how to reach out to the pulse of the audience. That's very important. A clear short pitch proves you understand your product and its value. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Remember that. If you explain your product simply, it will also build in trust. This is what it gives you. For example, Ipshita, yesterday when I went to, here also we are able to recognize who is a person who wants to talk to you in a trustworthy way and one who is just selling. So yesterday when I went, I'm giving you my own example and that is why I told Alekhya to send you. Did you get that Mahindra ad on your groups yesterday?
No, I guess.
So that was a classical example of selling and pitching that product. Anyways, it was wonderful. And I shared it with Alekhya. I'll share it with you girls. So when we were seeing the fridges,
No. Sorry to interrupt you. Like some communication. I thought Varsha has shared. We'll share right now.
thank you, Alekhya. Thank you so much. Thank you.
With network glitch, I have shared with Varsha with on mobile data, and I thought of maybe somehow it got mixed.
Thank you so much.
We'll share
Thank you.
right now. We'll share.
So that is, yeah, thank you. So that was a very good, effective way of pitching that product. Lovely. And I loved it. And I got that message on my WhatsApp. So I shared it immediately. So yesterday when I went to buy a refrigerator, so we were seeing a lot of fridges, especially from LG, Samsung, other brands. So there was this particular brand which had a freezer down and on top were the shelves, which you can use as a fridge. We loved it. We liked it. And we were almost on a verge of buying that. So what happened? Somehow I said, let's explore more. So when I went to another shop, I saw that model and again I was interested. So this guy told us very simple and very clear way. Things which are down, because the cool air has to go from up to down. If the freezer is down, it has to go from down to up. It will take too much of effort. Don't go for that. So that made me think, no, then this is not a technology one should go for. So remember, you should first of all know what exactly you want from the customer. Number two, give them the clarity. That much of clarity which is needed. Another example is Godrej properties. Everybody knows that we have this carpet area and the actual area where we have to stay. So Godrej, they focus on the actual area. What exactly you will get when we'll make this apartment. People, they are more comfortable to know the carpet area. They still are not able to know the difference between the actual area and the carpet area. So the Godrej, they make it an effort to tell them in a detailed way. Even if they don't understand, they are focusing on the actual area. So finally, you have to tell the audience, make sure that you are that true and honest one. Remember, you have to believe in what you have to say. That is important. So here, focus on capturing the interest. Curiosity is very important. Clarity and confidence. Girls, have you seen the ad which I showed you on the WhatsApp? You must have shared.
Yeah.
So what is that? It's a classical example of pitching and telling us about this product. Am I right? Can you see that?
You have to give us 5 minutes because we are hearing your class, so not going
Acha.
and seeing it right now.
Okay, Nisha, no worries. But do see that. Yeah. So elevator pitch also saves times in meetings or networkings. Whether you are at a business event, investor meet, or any trade fair, you often get very little time. So elevator pitch it gives you more points under a minute. It opens a follow-up meeting, an investor asking you for a deck, or a customer wanting a demo. So make sure it is a crispy line which you will tell them, and have a great eye contact. And have strong trust on yourself that yes, whatever I'm saying, I will get that. So focus on that. And it is a key that opens the next door in the sales or fundraising journey. For example, elevator pitch, Dunzo. It is a hyper-local delivery app. Is your personal delivery assistant from groceries to forgotten keys. We pick up and drop anything within your city in under an hour. Pitch. Domino's, fresh and hot pizza under 30 minutes. Why it works? Quick problem solution, appeals to the convenience and explains the unique value clearly.
But Dunzo is not there anymore. No?
Pardon me?
Dunzo is not there anymore, right?
I'm just giving you one example on that. But there are many.
Also give us example like why Dunzo didn't work and Porter worked.
We can discuss that. Obviously. Yeah. All right. The next one is Ola Cabs. Elevator pitch. It is a cab service that let you book a ride instantly through your phone, faster, safer, and often cheaper than a traditional taxi. It's a straightforward problem and a solution. Uses familiar context taxi phone app. Emphasizes speed and ease. Can anybody give me more examples?
Yeah, I think
Uber,
Uber does
InDrive.
better than Ola.
Pardon me?
InDrive.
What did you
Uber
say?
does better than Ola.
Who's better?
Uber.
Uber?
I think even if it's high priced, I'll still book an Uber than Ola.
Nah, Ipshita, it depends. Some people swear on Uber. I swear on Uber. I don't like Ola.
That's
Yes.
something like I also prefer Uber only.
Yeah, the thing is, Uber definitely gives you quick service as compared to Ola. Ola takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And
Ease
Ola
is-
is, yes, Shruti, carry on, please.
No, I said ease is there. I mean, Uber is more easy to handle than Ola. Takes a lot of time.
Exactly. And Ola, sometimes the app sometimes doesn't work.
Exactly.
We also have that
I
issue.
think there's so many features. I mean, too cluttered, I sometimes feel.
Yeah.
comparison to Uber. Uber is the display and everything very clear, so you are sorted when you look at it. It
And it
also
is,
matters on how they put
yes, and it
there.
is also catering to the people who are non-techie persons also very well.
Exactly.
So they know
It's
how
very
to deal
easy.
with everyone. But when you were saying, Ipshita, about Dunzo, there are thousands of such local apps which are there within the cities nowadays. And they're pitching this so that everything is delivered within an hour. And for the time when you say Dunzo doesn't work, a person like me, sometimes it costs a lot within the city. So they prefer that it's better that we go and deliver it.
But
So we
Dunzo, people still use Dunzo because in my circle, everyone uses Porter
where are you from, Ipshita?
and Bangalore.
Bangalore. I'll come back to you on that. I believe because I haven't sent anything through Dunzo yet. So I'll come back to you.
I used to have before, like when it started, but later everything is Porter now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we have Blinkit, Swiggy to get vegetables and Porter to delivery items like this kind of thing.
And also,
Ikshita, I'll tell you why it's become popular and why it has not. I also stay in Bangalore. So, see, if you remember the Dunzo app, it had only convenience of sending products only by bike, whereas Porter
Yeah.
gives you five, six options. It gives a three-wheeler, four-wheeler, five-wheeler. So, whether it is a heavy-duty material or whether it's a light product. So if you want to send a light product, you have a bike which is much more cheaper and user friendly. And if suppose you want to say send a big carton, or you want 4 or 5 cartons to be delivered at one go, then you have the Tata Ace kind of three-wheeler
Yeah.
trucks. So that is why it became more popular than Dunzo, because Dunzo just had one option. That means delivery by one person to another place. Whereas Porter gives you an option of a variety. So
Nisha,
it catered to more.
there was another factor was that intense competition from the Blinkits and everyone else. Blinkit and Swiggy were very strong.
Right.
And
So
more or less, Dunzo was also funded by Reliance.
Okay,
That,
ma'am, actually means what I feel is from the consumer point of view,
huh,
like as Ikshita was saying, no? So people found it very convenient. Moreover, in Porter, it was very instant, whereas Dunzo was taking time. So you when you have four other options wherein, okay, let me explain. Like if I have to send something that is that cannot be placed on a two-wheeler, then I am stuck. Either I deliver myself, or again I have to think of another third party to engage. Whereas this Porter, they had this option. Okay, if you don't want to deliver a light product, you can go for this truck wherein it will deliver your heavy material. So
yeah.
this way, the consumer gets a variety of options which was not available in Dunzo or any other, even for that matter, Swiggy. Swiggy also does two-wheeler, and it is pretty expensive compared to Porter. So price point was one factor, and second is the variation that Porter gives that is not given by Swiggy and Dunzo.
Okay. Now, Nisha, you have spoken very well. Just a piece of advice, keep it more short because the distraction factor for a human being is very strong. So the more you make it short and impactful, the better it is. Nisha, just a piece of advice. It was a wonderful thing which you spoke, but certain things were repeated.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, I was first I was explaining it to Ipshita, then I, since you were not from Bangalore, so I thought let me explain it in more detail.
And always keep in mind that the audience have to be put across that information. Okay, I'm again reiterating. So this will help you to focus on the things in a more compact way, Nisha. It will help you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No, always there. And remember, guys, one very important thing about Indian customers. You can correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. We people value money a lot. We want everything in this much, but everything the best. So we have to keep that thing also in mind. Am I right?
Yeah.
So everything for us, money counts. So yeah, so this is how the Ola cabs elevator pitch worked. Then how do you create a product pitch? So let's do that quickly. So first of all, conduct a proper research. Diligent research is paramount, which is needed. Understand your target audience, dissecting market trends, and scrutinizing your competitors, which is very essential. Research also helps you to understand your audience, spot market gaps, and differentiate your product. Have you ever seen the product called Nika? It uses Insta a lot and
Yeah.
it tries to fill in the gaps. And sometimes they also rope in a lot of models to try and test their products. Why? Because they know we will definitely feel more drawn towards it. Trust. So you should know what exactly the target, and especially women, they love to see all these things, especially on Insta. We all keep scrolling. Even before your class, I was just scrolling for 5 minutes. What exactly is new? So this is the need of the hour. Whatever is the need of the hour, and depending on your product, focus on that research. And you will get a lot of insights on that. For example, target audience, Mama Earth. They know what it matters, their pain points and priorities. Young parents, they want safe, chemical-free baby care. Similarly, Sugar Cosmetics, they notice cruelty on growing demand on for cruelty-free makeup, for especially tier 1 and tier 2 cities. So they decided to position your products with what's in. Similarly, Misha, it spotted a gap in helping small sellers and homemakers sell online easily. So they present your product as the solution. So these are the gaps. So how will you able to divide it? Target audience, market trends, competitor analysis. Like for example, Zerodha offered lower fees versus traditional brokers like Sharekhan. Competitors analysis. And to highlight your unique edge, focus on that. So divide it into 4 parts. This way you will be able to get your picture clear. Then know your objectives well. The core purpose of your pitch is to clearly articulate the value that your product brings to the customer, which is needed. This is not just about listing features, but about explaining how these features translate into real world benefits. For example, Cult Fit. It offers workouts, yoga, and healthy recipes. Tagline, get fit from home with live trainer led sessions, even if you have just 15 minutes. Second, it focuses on convenience and health outcomes, not just features. Ola electric scooter with 180-kilometer range. Communicated value, save 2,000 every month on fuel and ride sustainably with zero emissions. They are showing how it helps with savings and environment. That's the value. So guys, remember this. The more you put in understand your audience, the better it will be. Ipshita, now you're understanding how you can also pitch in, focusing on your audience. Audience always plays a very important role. Just a minute, guys. I'll just put it like this so that I can see you. Otherwise, I'm not able to see you. Give me a minute. I hope I'm able to see then. Otherwise, let's see then. That way is good. I'll try that. Got it. All right, girls. So where were we? We finished this. Let me know if it is small or short. If I have to zoom in, or is it fine?
It's fine.
Yeah. So we did this and this. Yeah. So the next one was we should know our objectives, what exactly we want to achieve. For example, Ipshita, I am a trainer who is into different domains. So if like today in the morning, I got a call from a girl from my own college, which I attended in Jalandhar. She wants to have IELTS training. So since I am having that objective of giving trainings to each and every person in different domains, I say, fine, I will definitely help you. So know your objectives well, what exactly you have to do. For example, Shruti is there. She has her own objective very clear what she has to do. So Shruti, why are you teaching the spoken English to professionals?
Because they need help, and I think I can do that. It's
So what
easy
is your
for me.
USP there? What is your objective behind that?
My objective behind that is to help out students. It gives me job satisfaction, and I can work from home.
I can work from home. So your objective is very clear on that.
Yes.
So these are the small things which we have to focus on. Your objectives. Yeah.
Earlier, it was going out and working in an office environment, but
Huh.
now I have to create that at home.
Yes, you have to work from. And I believe everybody favors that these days.
Yes.
Yeah. So for example, how do you communicate? What are the objectives? Understand the problem. For example, online pharmacy 1.1 mg. Problem is people in small towns can't always find the right medicines and the price also vary. So how did they communicate it? Getting the genuine medicines delivered to their doorsteps at a best price, right? And with free doctor consultation and lab test bookings. Similarly, Misho, it is an e-commerce for small sellers. Housewives and small vendors want to earn online, but they don't know where to start. If have you ever seen a Misho app? I saw that the other day to test it. What exactly it is? It's a lovely app wherein it is targeting people who are just want to sell their products. And it's a fantastic platform. Go and see that, girls. It's a wonderful platform. How many of you use Misho? Have you ordered from Misho?
Yes, I have.
Yes, Shruti, how do you feel?
It's good. Okay. I mean, you cannot always guarantee the product, but yes, it's easy. And I like that they are helping out the small scale people who really want to pitch in their own product. They get a platform and they don't know how to do it. So it's easier for them. It makes it easier for them.
True that. Absolutely. So there's this is another very good app called Red Bus. I've used it. So I
Yes.
remember I had to go from Ludhiana to Delhi and we did not know where to book the tickets for the bus. So we stumbled upon Red Bus and it is an excellent app to get your bus tickets. So yes, this is how we are working on the pains of customers. So remember, girls, always address the customer needs. A successful pitch must be customer centric, which I'm been saying from the day one, which is a need. Focus on how the product can solve the problem for the customer you're addressing. Different customer have different needs, so your pitch should be tailored accordingly. And the most important is your body language should be different for every customer. Most of us, when we are dealing with the customers, we tend to go fast. Your speech should be neutral, you should be relaxed, you should be patient, and then reply. The other day, my WhatsApp got hacked. Ipshita, that was a very sad thing. My WhatsApp got hacked. And I was speaking to a cyber police personnel. One thing I noticed about him was that we were harassing him. Rather, we were used to give him calls every now and then. What is going to happen? This and that. That guy did not lose his cool. He was absolutely relaxed. And the only thing which he told me was patience. And this is what I want to tell you all also, patience. Because the customers, they come and bother you in such ways that you tend to get a bit agitated, aggressive also. We should not. Just try to be more empathetic, sympathetic, and compassionate towards them. That really makes a difference. Next, how to address, like I've been telling, understand what exactly the needs of the audience, the demographic preferences of your target audience. Blinkit is very famous and very popular in metro cities, in big cities. But when you talk about smaller cities like Jalandhar, it is not that famous. So you have to research the audience according to the demography, the regions, and the places where they are. Understand the language. Language is very important. Please don't use any jargons, heavy duty words. Supposedly you're showing, for example, you're showing a vehicle. Please use, if you're using words like CVT and other words, make sure that the other person understands. There are people who are non-technical people too. So you have to break it and make the other person understand. For example, if you're pitching a new CRM system, you can always manage your customer interactions more effectively by focusing on the simplicity of that. Understand what the direct features of that product is, how it will be helpful, keeping it simple. The more simple you make it, the better it is. We as human beings, we love to complicate things. For example, when I ask my students, okay, why do we do this? They always think about the complex ways of doing it. I say, why can't we reach like this? Why do we have to go like this? So the more simple you make the things, the better it is. Yes, this is the most important point. You should be able to differentiate from the competitors. Focus on your unique selling proposition. That plays a very, very important role. Can you give me one example? How that example is very unique. So how will you be differentiate them from the competitors? Anyone? And talk about the unique selling proposition, your own personal example, which you have bought or thought of buying.
Same that she explained before, right? Why in Bangalore at least we don't use Dunzo anymore and we prefer Porter more.
So you will go for that. Any other product?
I think Zomato and Swiggy, like Swiggy, we used to buy food, like to order food from home. But Zomato used to know what options are there for me when I'm going to dine in and not order.
True. So similarly over here, I'm in Delhi, Noida. So over here, we got a very strong competition between Blinkit and Zepto. I don't know how many of you have heard about Zepto or not.
It's there in
Yes, Nisha?
it's there in Bangalore, ma'am.
Acha, Zepto
Quite
is there
popular
in
in
Bangalore too?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Intense competition among them. Especially when now they've started Zepto has also started Zepto Cafe. It's
Yes.
amazing. And
Yes.
and the best part is there's such youngsters who have started Zepto is mind-blowing. And strong competition between both of them. And whenever you see their app, some of the other changes are there in that app. Okay, you can buy in this category, this category, this category, this category. It's amazing. Nice. But haven't you noticed one thing with hybrid selling coming up in a very big way online and everything? The brick and mortar shops have started having that scanty look, isn't it?
True.
Most of us now prefer Blinkit and Zepto. We don't prefer going to the market and buying groceries.
Convenient, ease. You
Am I
don't
right?
have to step out.
Yes. So where are you from, Shruti?
I'm from Kolkata.
You're from, oh, lovely. Kolkata is a lovely place again.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
had my childhood there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I've been to a
Great.
place called Kanchrapara, Barakpur, Krishna
Okay,
Nagar,
that's far off. Yeah, I'm in the main city area. Right now, I'm near bypass, near Science City,
Dum Airport, Victoria
Yes.
Memorial,
That is the other side of the airport. Yes.
Yeah, so it's
We
wonderful.
used to go for our camping for Kachrapara.
We used to come from Kanchrapara because my dad was in the army. He was very fond of playing cycle
Yes.
polo. We used to go to Fort William.
The cantonment area. So there, like, we used to go for our this camp, football
Yeah,
training camp and all.
exactly. True that. So, guys, yes. So, remember one thing very, very clearly. You should be able to differentiate your product from the competitors. You should be able to provide them the exact information, what exactly your product is providing, what that other product is not providing. But also remember the little bit of ethics. I remember there was an ad. It used to come. It was for Surf. So when they were showing this ad on the television, they started negating the other product. They did not name that product, but they started negating that. So try to concentrate on telling the good points about your product, but do not go, be a little more ethical, I would say. That is very important.
Many brands do still. I mean, they will use a blank product, but you can easily make out that it's a competitor's product.
Yes, you can easily make out. There's so many
Yes.
things. There, for example, biscuits. Now
Biscuits,
they're,
even like I've seen for Happy Cutting, so Sunny Fresh tried that. They
oh,
would,
yes.
yeah, they would
So
keep the Happy bottle. So the yellow cap and red cap is very relevant, and anybody can make out what you're trying to say. Even I think so, Taza tea tried it.
yes. And nowadays on Zepto and Blinkit, you get so many different products from
So
different small sellers. They're giving
exactly,
them so much of revenue, and they're
yes.
giving them so much of work. I feel it's good.
And
But
some of them are
sometimes,
really good quality.
exactly. And most of them are organic also. That really
Exactly.
helps. Yes. Now also work on your social proof. The more proofs and testimonials you have, the better it is. Why? Have you ever seen an app called Urban Clap app? Whenever you order something
I'm a
from,
regular.
yes, whenever you order a service from that particular app, you definitely see so many different kind of testimonials. Yes, Sharda, I'm sure you have. So that plays a very important role. We as human beings, we love testimonials. We feel more trustworthy and we feel, this is going to be there. So that is important. Testimonials plays a very long way in getting the trust from the customers. So yes, give them proofs, give them testimonials, which is very essential. How do you persuade? That is, as Shruti will agree with me, whenever we are communicating with others, there are only three things which are very important. One is persuasion, one is informing, and the other is just telling them, right? So remember, these three things play a very important role. And here we have to persuade them. We have to convince them. We have to make them feel trust. They should trust us. So you can use words like only a few units are left, 10,000 satisfied customers are there. Give some authority which is recommended by the industry experts so that you can build in credibility and urgency. For example, Paytm, post demonetization. They position themselves as a helpful friend when cash flow was limited. अब ATM की line नहीं, Paytm करो. So they acknowledged the frustrated people and they came up with a solution. And it's doing very well now. And it has got fantastic competitors in terms of Google Pay, Phone Pay, etc. Right? Now, always encourage the sense of urgency. Don't be desperate, but always give that kind of impactful word that, yeah, now is the time I should go for something. Let me think about a free trial. Can you schedule it for you now? So remember, do not sound desperate, but just give that urgency word. Can I schedule something for you right now? Or come, let me, if you're going to that particular shop, you can always say that, why not you show me that product once again? Let me show you this product once again. And if supposedly you're calling and you get that breakthrough, let me give you that free trial, or let me send you this person at home and he will show you this product in that ways. So remember, always keep that nudging urgency, but do not sound desperate. Yes, which is very important. You should be able to differentiate between the features and the benefits. What kind of benefits that particular product gives. Like for example, features are specific attributes, components, or characteristics of a product which is needed. They are all facts and they're considering the technical aspect of that. But here you have to focus on the benefits too. Benefits are very important. There was a brand called OSIM, if you guys remember. OSIM has those big chairs when we used to sit, and they used to give that kind of massages on your legs, on your necks and everything. They make those kind of products. So technically, if you go, they are made of those small massage balls and they give you that features. But the benefit was, Shruti, they made your life easy. If you used to get tired, you used to just turn on that OSIM machine and they used to give you relaxation. I don't know whether it is now or not, but I remember this. That guy and the features and the benefits were explained elaborately, so much so that it was a hit among most of the people. The brand is OSIM, OSIM. Try to find it, guys. Now, what is the unique selling proposition? Why should someone choose you over others? So remember, USP plays a very important role in a pitch. It grabs attention naturally. It shows clear value, very important. It helps your customer remember you in a big way. It drives sales, loyalty, and brand trust. For example, let us take the example of Maruti Suzuki. Maruti. So many cars are there in this market. So many people have, the automobile makers have come and showcase their vehicles and etc. etc. Do you think Maruti is still doing well? It is still among the top 10? Yes.
For a budget cars, yes, it is doing
Yes,
very well.
still,
First
It
time
is.
car
still
users,
Maruti
first
is
time car
very
buyers, it is
popular.
doing very well.
In spite of so many other brands that are offering such lovely, affordable budget cars, Maruti is still at the top. Why? Because of its brand, because of its credibility, because of its service centers, because of so many testimonials. So always focus on the USP of that product. That will go a long way. For example, yesterday I was talking to a person on Godrej properties. And that person told me, why, ma'am, we are able to get that brand, Godrej. People trust that brand. The trust factor plays a very important role in everything. So how can
Goodwill
you,
plays a big role.
pardon me? Yes,
Goodwill plays a big role. Like if it is from Tata, we trust it. Blind
yes.
eye. Yes. It's a Tata product should be good.
Similarly, Godrej, because they've diversified in
Yeah,
so many things that
exactly.
brand name is somewhat which we feel that there is a trust in that.
Yeah.
Now, what is the formula which you can use to focus on the USP? Look at what your competitors offer and identify those gaps or areas. What can you offer they cannot? This could be a unique feature, a superior customer experience. For example, Whirlpool refrigerator does not have that facility of taking out the shelves from the fridge. But LG, on the other hand, we can take out the shelves from the fridge. One aspect, a small one, but maybe a customer needs that it should come out for deep cleaning. So you should be able to filter that out, which is very important. Understand your audience very well. Your USP should line with what the target audience value. For example, who is your customer? Whether it is a child or whether it is a old person or it is a middle-aged person. What do they care most about? Divide it. Speed, safety, convenience. So I will always advise you people to carry a notepad or some kind of document where you can keep writing. For example, our product. You can use this pitch line. Our product is for the audience, whatever audience you want to talk about, who value what they care about the most. That is why we offer USP, helping them benefit what matters them. So use impactful sentences. Again, I'm telling you, girls, use impactful sentences, have an eye contact, and should be able to put across the USP and pitching also in a very effective but in a impactful way. Words play a very important role. Now, do not linger on too many sentences. Make short, crisp sentences and put it across. And then wait for the audience to ask questions to you. What other information? For example, stay informed about any updates or changes to the product. For example, now if I talk about Honda City, they have come out with another brand, another generation with cosmetic changes in that. So as a Honda City customer, I definitely will get a message. Oh, this is the new things. Come and visit the showroom, or else just go through the virtual tour, right, Shruti? So that is something which is needed. Plus, supposedly your phone also gets any kind of a software update. Definitely you get it on your phones. So that improves, and it also highlights the new benefits of that particular thing. How many of you have got iPhones?
Not
Okay. You guys are all Android users?
There are a lot
Yes.
of Android users.
All right. So when you must be having that software update also, sometimes it might be coming
Yes,
on the phone,
yes,
and they also offer you the benefits of that software benefit
yes.
update.
They always put in.
That is what it is. Yeah.
Even in WhatsApp also they do the same thing.
Yes.
Whenever they have to update
Most
something
of
new
that.
feature, they'll give it as an example to us as I mean, you can try it out if you want it, update.
Yes. And that is very easy then to understand. And we people, don't you think these days the customers have become very, very conscious about what they buy? They just don't. Yes, I will not say there are not any categories who will just do impulsive buying, but these days most of the customers, they become more conscious. Do you agree or disagree, girls?
Agree.
It's
And
easier
always,
to surf around and get information. You
because
don't
there's,
have to depend on anybody. You can just surf around, get it.
there's so much of information is there, Shruti, these days.
Exactly.
Now I remember Nika came up a few years back, and the competition was Tira, started by Reliance. Tira hasn't picked up that kind of momentum what Nika still has. Nika is a brand now, and they've diversified in a very big way. Now, next very important thing is always focus on the audience, what they need. A business professional might value the long life of a laptop, while a student might care more about the affordability. True that. Ensure that you understand the features and the benefits with the rest of the team. Very important to understand the product very well. Please don't go there half cooked, half baked. Very important to understand the products well. This ensures that customer facing staff communicate the same kind of values, reinforcing your product strength in the market. The classic example is when you go to Honda, they come for your services, they come to see a new car. All the salesperson, all the people who are involved in connecting with the audience, they have the same kind of energy level and same kind of knowledge, soft, sweet, and elaborate. Why? Because they are trained in such a way so that everyone is equal. Very important to focus on the consistency. Cool, Akshita. Thank you so much. So it is very important to focus on consistency. Consistency plays a very important role. Now, the most important is the SWOT analysis of the product, which is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. SWOT helps you make your product strong so you can pitch it confidently. Spot weak, when you're able to concentrate on the weak areas, it helps you to prepare for the objective questions. Discover untapped market chances. Yes, you will be able to position your product creatively. Stay aware of external risk. Keep your pitch realistic and adaptable. The classic example is Zepto Blinkit that came up during the COVID. They knew how to position it very well. So let us take an example of a health drink called NutriGlow. Strength is 100% doctor approved tasty flavored drink for kids. Weakness, a bit more expensive than Bournvita and Complan. Opportunities, growing demand for sugar-free healthy drinks. Threats, big brands launching similar products. So what will you do in that case? NutriGlow is a doctor-recommended sugar-free and made with real almonds, perfect for health-conscious parents. Prepare for objections from weakness. It is too expensive. Response, already prepared via SWOT. True, but it lasts longer because it is more concentrated and you're paying for purity and zero added sugar. The way you put it across also depends on you. I remember the other day I had an interview rounds with a student from engineering college. I asked him a question, what is your weakness? And the way he answered, ma'am, I'm very fond of eating Kaju Katli Barfi. And I looked at his face for a few seconds. I did not know what to say next because he was so convincing. Though that answer is quite an unconventional one, but the way he answered, I was stumped. I did not know what to say next. I just smiled. Shruti, can you get that point?
I
Yes.
do that.
You would be leaving now, Shruti?
You're almost like another 5 minutes and I'll be.
Yeah, so I'm trying to cover most of the things for you.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Though
No,
I hate to do this, but I'm like tied up. I can't
no,
really
if you really
change
want
my.
any kind of help on all these slides, if you can join 10 minutes early tomorrow, I'll explain it.
Sure, I'll do that. That
Yeah.
will be great.
Yes, Alekha and I, we will work on it, and you come and join at least around about 2:15 or so. I'll explain everything to you.
Sure, sure, I can do that. That is okay. That is my time. I can manage. Early is okay, but 4 o'clock I have to be in the class.
No worries. We'll be there. Don't worry.
Thank you so much for that.
Pleasure is all mine. Not to worry. So remember this. Spot opportunities to target new audience. Let's promote this in tier 1 cities where parents prefer organic and premium products. Stay ahead of threats. We should highlight our ingredient transparency. That is something bigger brands are not doing it. So that is something which you guys have to focus. Now, conclusion is SWOT analysis helps you to understand your product deeply and pitch it strategically in hybrid selling, both online and offline, which is very important. And it also helps to build confidence, sharpens your message, and helps you tackle tough questions before they rise. You'll have a fair idea. And remember, whenever you're pitching, definitely those guys are going to ask you a lot of questions. Be patient. Don't get aggressive. Just think they have. I'm not saying you guys are not patient, it's just the way of telling. So never get aggressive or anything, because the audience, they have such funny questions also sometimes that you have to answer with a smile, and I think it's okay. Is it worth it, right, Shruti?
Yes, you have to do that.
Yes. Now the other things which are very important, girls, are the customer segmentation. That means dividing your market into different groups of people based on age, gender, income, location, what are the needs, behaviors, and buying habits, channel preferences. What do they prefer, online or offline? Most of the people who are in the older brackets, they still prefer offline. People like you and I, we are a mixed brand. Younger than us, they might prefer online more. So we should be able to understand the preferences well. Why is it important? Target the right audience. Sell to the people who actually need your product. Speak their language. Solve this specific problem. Maggie came out with small packets, 5 rupees packets for people in South and with their own regional language in that. It's because they were trying to capture that market. Haldiram's, they wanted to capture South, which is very difficult because South is rich with good food. They targeted with the USP product, Bhujia. So understand what exactly you need to do. Objectives should be clear. So they were able to grasp that market so well. Now in South, you will find many Haldiram outlets. So you should be able to offer the right customer more sales. Create better products. Honda City, they've got 5th-generation Hondas in India, started in early 2000s. Their material, you can correct me girls if I'm wrong, the material used to be very light and always used to touch it and there used to be a dent on the car. And it kept growing, generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, after so much of feedback which they got from the customers, they come up with a 90 kg heavier vehicle and a sturdy vehicle. According to their facts, generation 5 has been one of the good vehicles for Honda City because they worked on it. Why? How? Every company needs to sustain. There is an intense and stiff competition out there. So you have to listen to the customers and come out with the best. Otherwise, there will be no existence. Online, like for example, Shruti and most of you all are trainers and teachings and are also professionals in corporates. We all have started using Google Meet, Zoom Meet. Why? The need of the hour. If we become rigid, we will not be able to reach out to other people. Trainings have to be flexible. Professionals have to be flexible. Companies have to be flexible. That is the need of the hour. Right? Yeah. So use the right channels and understand what exactly every age group needs. Not every customer is same. For example, Patanjali Ayurvedic products. Two types of people. Online, they are targeting youth via YouTube plus Insta. Offline, through via TV or in-store demos. Patanjali. That is the Dant Kanti toothpaste. So older people, characteristic, traditional, trust Ayurveda a lot. Made from, thank you, Shruti. God bless and try to join tomorrow. We'll catch you up.
Sir, I'll be there. Thank you so much. Bye.
Pleasure is all mine. Take care. So the pitch is made from ancient Ayurvedic herbs for strong gums and teeth. Segment, next one, middle segment families, cost sensitive. A natural toothpaste at just rupees 55, better value than chemical brands. College youth, looking for natural, trendy options, chemical free and safe, no burning sensation like minty pastes. So this is how Patanjali is working on different age groups.
Kavaldeep, we just wanted to understand, like Patanjali faced a lot of criticism these days.
Why?
So,
What happened, Nisha?
no, here in Bangalore, many stores were closed because it had some negative impact, saying that whatever they used to market about their purity was not. I mean, it
You're
wasn't.
talking about Patanjali. See,
Yeah, yeah.
Nisha, it depends. Here, it's a hit.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so it all depends on. See, one thing is for sure, Nisha, that competitors will definitely come with negative feedbacks. They will also do their negative promotions. So
But
one or
many
two
stores
cases.
were also shut over here.
No, even if you see Maggie noodles, it was shut for a while, but it came back again.
Yes, 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 definitely.
So it
Maggie
is a
also
hit.
had a lot of criticism.
Yeah. Now, and that also came back with a very strong pitch. A ma and a bet bacha. Maggie is back. So when you
Yes,
show,
yes.
they know how to cater to the needs. Yes, Maggie is emotion through that. And they knew how to hit us with emotions. And the
Acha,
first, yeah,
I just forgot. How did Maggie retain its position back?
they came up with a very strong ad, a child and a mother. And the mother said, Bacha said, "Ab bhook lagi hai." And then Maggie came again. Yes, we are
Okay.
back. That,
Okay.
and yes, Nestle is a very important role. Nestle. It's a
Uh-huh.
strong brand now. So that is how Maggie came back. Apart from negative promotions, negative publicity is definitely done by the competitors. It is always there. Patanjali is a hit everywhere. Nisha, over here, people love that apple vinegar or whatnot of Patanjali. It's a big shop here. People swear by it.
Oh, wow.
Similarly, yeah, if you hear about this company called Himalaya,
Yes,
Himalaya is
yes.
again, it's an Ayurvedic company, but you still hear so many things about that company. That the product is not good, they are having these kind of things, but people are having it.
No,
So
I mean, Himalaya has not been that way. I mean, this was an extreme case which happened here. Or what I saw is that I mean, the company's product purity was tested, and it seemed to have failed the purity test, and did not actually I mean, they have these things, no, that okay, this is this is good for this and other things. So it failed to do so, and so people became reluctant to buy these products. Some of the stores got, closed because of this.
Yes, yes. Over here also, there were a lot of places where the same thing happened, but it is back with a bang, Nisha. And similarly with Maggie also was burnt. Everything was burnt. It is so sad that we are having, but everything is back now.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you read about the Maggie story, I'll share this case history with you.
Yes, yes. I've actually I know that there was a criticism, but how it came back, I fail to recall now.
They had their proper tests and everything on that, Nisha, and it came out to be clean.
Okay, okay.
Then they
Even
gave
this
it.
McDonald's oil with regard to this.
They said that the material ingredients in that Maggie was not very good.
Yes, yes.
But when it came back with a bang, everybody is having left, right, center. And the classic example is the person who's sitting in front of you. I just had Maggie before I came for your class.
Even my children, they just love Maggie. The only thing is I avoid, but they are very fond of Maggie. All the time they can have Maggie.
It's same here. My kid also loved them. And I gave her at a very young age. And I had it also at a very young age. So Nestle is very close to me
Mhm.
that
True.
ways. And it's a company to work with also. Fantastic company to work with. If you really,
Old Himalaya, Nestle, all these are very old companies, and they've been consistent. Like
yeah.
other companies that are coming up, it's not that they are not doing. I mean, they don't have good products. The only thing is the consistency with which these companies, like Parle G, even though it's known for its biscuits. I mean, so many companies have come up with all nutrition, kind of biscuits. Still, it seemed to, capture the market till to date.
It is. The other day, girls, Nisha, I stumbled upon Poppins, Parle Poppins.
Yes,
I
yes,
don't know whether you remember it or not. It's lying just next to me. Poppins.
yes, yes, yes. This is a very old product. Even in our childhood days, we used to have.
Yes, yes. So I just remembered my childhood when I used to have this. I literally bought one for myself, and I had a smile on my face when I read this Poppins. The only difference is when we used to eat them, we used to have different colors. Now
Correct.
it is targeting only one color in one Poppin.
Oh, is it?
In
But
packaging.
it was attractive because it had multiple colors inside it.
Multiple rainbow colors. Now, no, it does have. See, now it is showing me another color. So let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Polo
So,
was
girls,
another thing. Like Poppins, you have Polo in mint.
and I remember we used to also have cigarettes, the sweet cigarettes, Phantom.
Yes, yes. That was very famous, very
These
famous.
were and you still get them on Amazon.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. We don't see now because we don't want children to even have it. But when it was our turn, we used to do all this.
Oh, we had a lot. I remember those good old days, 90s, 2000s. Yes. So the most important techniques which we guys have to use is storytelling. Yes, that plays a very important role. Data and testimonials, addressing pain points, objections handling, and yes, your sympathetic and compassionate emotion should be at the top. And you should be able to offer the evidence or alternative solutions for it, which is very essential. Things which are very essential: technique, storytelling. How can you use it for reels, pages, offline uses, in person pitches? Testimonials, WhatsApp, PDFs, reviews, offline printouts, word of mouth. That really works. Handling objections, you can go through email follow ups, chatbots. So many times we order something from the Blinkit, chatbots come in handy. Offline uses, live question answers, sales meetings. Empathy and validation, very strong. Support chat, direct message, face to face conversations. Alternatives and solutions, pricing, pages, offers, sales brochures, demos. Airtel, whenever you need any problem, either you can do it online, but you can also go to the Airtel store and have a face to face conversations with them. So remember, all these things, they are like this: strong, then only you will be able to get a good sale and satisfaction. Very important. Now, the next thing which is very important is closing the sale. Anyone who can tell me why is it important? Anyone who would like to tell me why closing the sale is important?
I mean, the target is to close sale only. I mean,
Yes.
as the beginning, I mean, at the beginning of the session, you told us that why do we need to sell?
Ah,
So that answers the question for this, that closing the sale is important because it brings business, it brings monetary value to the company.
exactly.
So in order to actually monetize the, the goods and services that we are providing, we need to sell and close the sale.
Exactly. 90% of the sale also depends on how you interact with them. For example, final 30 seconds of your pitch are very important. The starting and the ending is very important. Keep up the same tempo at that time, the first and the last. The tempo should never change. Remember, it can be also followed up by WhatsApp follow-up message and the end of the sales demo.
It will
Create it.
also bring it, sorry, actually, it will also bring in loyal customers and satisfied customers if the sale is closed properly.
Yes. Very important, Nisha. Every sale needs time. Every person needs time. Every transaction needs time. That is why I'm again reiterating patience. Very important. Why does urgency creates? Urgency creates a very, very strong part. That focuses on fear of missing out. Like, for example, limited time offers push decisions forward. Have you ever seen these kind of sales on Mintra? The starting of the thing is no reason sale, monsoon sale, oh, salary sale. You got your salary, okay, let's go for sale. So they try to come forward and attract the audience like that. For example, this pricing is only valid till Friday. We are down by 10 premium plans at this time. Enroll before 7 p.m. Don't we do this most of the times? Free onboarding session worth rupees 1099 rupees. So use these in email headlines, pop-up offers, in-person negotiations, and web chat closing. Make your urgency look more real and specific. It should not be vague. You should be very particular about what exactly you have to say. Don't say anything which is not transparent and not clear, because the audience will get confused. Give them the facts, give them those bullet words. They will go for it. Many sales are lost because the sellers don't clearly ask for the sale. Be very confident and direct. For example, shall we go ahead and get you started with a few of the phrases which you can use? Can I schedule your onboarding for tomorrow? Would you like to complete the payment now or later today? So use stronger phrases, but with a proper conviction on your face. Body language plays a very important role. Even in your voice. Even if supposedly you're calling someone, you should be so persuasive that you are gaga over that customer. That is very important. So give full attention to the customer. Give your best. Listen to them very well. And then answer. Never cut them. Speak less, let them talk more. You will be able to get that person. Because any person who gets that opportunity to speak more, that person gets emotional. Few tips and tricks. Video calls, text conversations are very important. Live meetings and online checkout prompts. Haven't you noticed one thing? That supposedly you are trying to buy something online and you leave it in the cart. They'll keep bothering you. You left something in the cart, it is waiting. The discount is only till this time. Please come, hurry up. So that kind of urgency is also a very good promotion. You can do that. So remember, closing techniques, summarizing benefits, very important. End of mails, sale pages, end of product demos or pitch. Creating urgency, limited time coupons, countdown timers, only 2 units left. Checkout buttons, chat nudges, face-to-face close or WhatsApp follow. Haven't you got those WhatsApp follow if you leave something in the cart? Yes, Meera agrees with that. So what are the common pitfalls in pitching? Overloading with a lot of information. Too much of data, confused. Keep it crisp and clear. Don't just list features, show it how it will solve the problems, ignoring the audience needs. What the audience needs, focus on that. No practice, unprepared. For example, have you ever seen any cars nowadays? Most of the cars, they're coming up with SUVs because that is the need of the audience. Most of the major automakers, they've started manufacturing SUVs because that is the need of the hour. If we don't do that, we'll be left behind. Even companies like Honda, who is always favoring sedans, they've also come up with an SUV. So see how powerful audience needs are. Remember, the more you practice, the better it is. Don't go unprepared. Why? What happens? I'm not aware. I wanted to say that. So those things happen. For your session also, I prepared. I've taken this PPT, say a few months back, but I still worked on it and I came back again. So preparation is a must. A startup founder kept explaining technical specifications, but lost investor interest because they did not explain why it mattered to users. So ultimately, the benefits are very, very important. Now, two very important calls are exploratory calls and cold calls. Anyone who can tell me the meaning of these two? All right. Exploratory calls are those that when a lead shows interest, for example, form, email, or past chat, to explore the prospective's needs and pain points and fit in your solution. Focus, understanding, selling is your main point. Ask them, listen to them, and uncover the challenges. On the other hand, what is a cold call? It is the first contact with a potential customer who has not shown any prior interest in that product or service. And their goal is just to introduce your offering or gauge that interest. Here, you're trying to capture the attention of someone who may not be expecting your call. So your tone and approach needs to be more attention grabbing. For example, first contact with someone who hasn't shown prior interest. Goal, introduce your product and spark interest. Be clear and confident. Grab their attention in first 10 seconds. Be polite, energetic, and respectful. They were not expecting your call. And most of the times it happens. We get a call from so many insurance companies. They want to tell us so many things. It's just calls. Few of them definitely pique your interest. Few calls, you want to tell them respectfully, we will not like to go ahead. So now it all depends on you, how you take this cold call to the next level. So remember, the first 10 seconds are very important. How can you help? Not just what you sell. That is something which you should focus on. Now, let's go back to exploratory calls. How will you start? Warm introduction, brief intro and small talk. Let's explore if we are good fit. Discovery questions, understand their pain points and current challenges. Qualify the lead, budget decisions, time, follow that. You can write down this BART framework, try to follow this. And gauge seriousness and readiness. What exactly do they need? If they are ready, go with the flow. Share how your solution can help. Keep it very consultative, not too much salesy. Avoid sales. Book a demo, send them proposal or schedule follow-up. Confirm action clearly. Focus on listening more than talking. This call about understanding what they need. And don't talk about closing right now. So let's have a structure of exploratory calls with real examples. Hi, Mr. Sharma. Thank you for booking the call. I'm Aarti from EduNext. I would love to understand your school needs and see if we can genuinely help. Shall we begin? So you will set a relaxed professional tone. Make that person feel relaxed. Always start with the greetings. Always ask, I hope you're feeling well. And then you carry on. Remember, your tone and your pitch matters the most. Can you tell me how your team manages online attendance? So these are the questions which I'm asking. What challenges are you facing with student engagement in hybrid classes? What would be an ideal solution look like to you? Understand the current system, pain points, and goals. Then you ask them, qualify them for the lead. Are you the main decision leader, or tech solution is in your school? Or there's someone else we should loop in later? Do you have team timeline in mind for, sorry, for implementing something new? Just roughly, do you have a budget range you're working on it? And the classic example is that when you go and buy a fridge and everything, other basic things, they ask you this question. Why do you need, when you tell them that, yes, we'll go home and discuss. So sometimes they tell you that you have to buy for yourself. Why there is a need to ask from someone else? So remember, these are the small, small nudges which will help you to focus on your exploratory calls and have a close deal. So remember, position your value very carefully, which is very important. Based on what you shared, our app can help automate attendance and send real-time reports to parents without needing extra staff. Then you quantify that 30% or more logins within a month. Show the relevance. Next steps, would it make sense to book a quick demo this Friday and show you how it works? I will also send you a one-pager today and share it with your management team. And then you move on to the conversation with real action. This is how your exploratory calls will take place. Is it clear to everyone? I hope you guys are understanding. I hope you're getting the right time to understand and taking the screenshots. Yes, guys, up, down, let me know. Meera is understanding. What about others? Nisha,
Yes.
Nisha able to understand?
Yes,
Ipshita?
yes.
Cool. So just focus on active listener skills, which is very essential. Be flexible. Explore everything, whatever they say. Do not make it quite rigid. Keep building trust. The trust would be built in the first 10 seconds. That is the time which will build it up. And yes, keep taking notes during the call. You can refer to the specific details in future or follow-up communications, which is essential. Now, guys, the next thing which is very important is the roadmap. Can anybody tell me why roadmap is important? What is a product roadmap? It is essential to what you're building, why are you building it, and what key features or updates will be delivered. It should align with your business objectives and help the company stay focused. And classic example is of Steve Jobs, Apple. So in way back in 80s, he was removed from the company and the Apple name started going down. They started producing products, manufacturing products which did not have any meaning. And it was not coinciding with the mission and vision that is called Be Different. So Steve Jobs was called back. And the first thing which he asked everyone was, what is the objective of Apple? And they said, be different. That is how the same employers, the same engineers, everyone came together and started producing the products. And that is what Apple is known for. So always, whenever you're preparing a roadmap for any product, focus on the mission and the vision of that product. That is essential. That plays a very, very important role. Generally, you will get the feedbacks and the service from the customers. If you go to those big shops like Reliance, Jumbo, I hope you have it in your place. Whenever you are going to that shop, even just to do window shopping, they'll make you, okay, just put your ideas in this particular form. We would like to know your ideas. They collect those, they collect your ideas, they collect your feedbacks, and then they try to work on the products. They analyze the behavior pattern. Yes, Ipshita, thank you so much for that, my dear. Analyze user behavior data by identifying patterns and areas of improvement. Like classic example is Honda. They improve themselves. And also they keep in also mind what exactly you're scrolling also on the apps. That also bring them a lot of things, the ideas. So with the user insight in mind, we start preparing strategic plans. How to value that product in the market? How unique values does that product offer? How will you measure the success of that product? That these are the visions and strategies, which is the most important foundation for the roadmap. So always focus. Yeah. How will your product stand out? Ask such questions wherein your product vision and strategies are in sync with the customer's insights. Remember, the more you understand your product and what are the needs of that product, you will be able to prepare your roadmap in a very good way. Break down your roadmap into manageable phases. Short-term goals, that features or improvements to be delivered immediately next quarter. Key initiatives, what are the other things which you want to break into it? That is 6 to 12 months. Strategic objectives, next year. So break it into 3 major goals. And keep reviewing your roadmap again and again. Remember, it is a very dynamic procedure. Don't be rigid on that. Keep improving on it. So way back in mid 2000s, about 2012, and around that time, Japan had a major earthquake. So a lot of automobile makers like Toyota, Nissan, and Honda, they suffered a lot of losses, and factories were also damaged. Most of the products were coming from Japan to other parts of the world. Because of that, a lot of manufacturing problems, glitches came over, and most of the production, they came to a stop. Nissan, focusing all the roadmaps, keeping in mind that, okay, the user are using the vehicles, they are in need of the parts, and it is not available because you're just focusing on Japan. They decided to build factories in America and other parts so that you will be able to get the parts from these places too. Very important to concentrate on the feedbacks and keep changing according to the situations. Yes, believe in Kanban and Kaizen. That plays a very, very important role. For example, girls, I'm talking about Honda City. 2020, they launched 5th generation Honda City, BS6 compliant. The strategic purpose was compliance with new emission norms, improved engine tech. 2021, connected car tech, Honda Connect app. Competing with Hyundai Verna, appeal to tech-savvy buyers. 22, HEV hybrid launch, entry into hybrid segment targeting fuel-conscious users. See how they're making it. 2023, ADAS. It's a fantastic feature, girls. Advanced driver assistance systems introduced. Global safety trends, boost premier positioning. 2024, special editions with cosmetic upgrades, maintain market buzz without full design. Visibility throughout. Each year, new features aligned with the consumer demands, regulation, or competition. The roadmap included innovation, safety, and tech, all rolled out in planned phases, not at all once. Enabled Honda to maintain the market relevance against rivals like Hyundai, Verna, Skoda Slavia. Guys, have you understood the importance of roadmap?
Yes.
Now comes the most important point, that is artificial intelligence. Now, this has become the major contributor in sales and everywhere in all our products. For example, the fridge which I just got right now is also, there's a lot of artificial intelligence, and because they got an app. Through that app, you can fix the cooling and everything else. See, artificial intelligence have started playing a major role in pitching the products also. It analyzes customer data to understand their needs, helps them to sales to tailor pitches. It can even write emails or scripts. For example, HDFC, it predicts which customer might need loans, credit cards, or investments, right? And the sales representatives also get sometimes AI-powered insights to pitch the right product. So that has improved their efficiency and reduces the cold calling to uninterested people. Yes, AI also helps you to tailor your pitch based on each customer's preferences. It analyzes customer data, browsing, history, and location. For example, Amazon India shows different product suggestions and deals to each user based on what they searched or purchased. I am a very, very good example for that. It shows me those products which I'm generally looking into. Yes, this also helps predictive analytics. This helps to use artificial intelligence and data to forecast the customer behavior and improve sale pitching timings and content. It predicts when a lead is ready to buy. It identifies high potential leads, which is very important. Like, for example, Tata Capital uses predictive analysis to identify which customers are in a need of loan and helping each sales representative pitch the right offer before the customer asks. Even your policy wizard, during a time of your cars, when you need to renew your insurance, and when you're looking into their particular app or on a website, we come to know that they definitely come to know that we are looking into, and then they'll give you a call back to you. Ferns and petals. When you're going through their app, you put something in the cart, they'll come back to you on this. For example, the major examples are lead scoring. It's a kind of an AI that assigns the numerical value to each lead based on the interest, behavior, and fit. It helps you to track email opens, click websites, visits, analyze buyer behavior and engagement. It also prioritizes leads based on interest and buying intent. Few of the tools are HubSpot, Zoho CRM, Lead Squared, and Salesforce. Now, there is something called Power Speech and Language Analytics. Now, AI tools like Goong, Chorus, they analyze recorded sales to assess your speed and your tone. And based on that, they tell you the changes which you can make, and they give you the real-time feedbacks. So AI can always provide you the real-time feedback during a pitch. For example, if an AI detects that a prospect is losing interest, it might suggest shifting the conversation to a more engaging topic. So they definitely come forward with their feedbacks. Yes, you need to enhance your visual presentations with a lot of AI. Focus on layouts, colors, and fonts. Suggest visual content based on text input. Generate charts, infographics, and icons, etc. So what do? Beautiful.ai for auto design, smart slides. Canva. Canva is a very important thing. Then the other one is Toom AI, Microsoft Copilot, PowerPoint. Excellent. Yes. Again, the next thing is social proof and testimonials. That plays a very, very important thing. It analyzes and reviews sentiments from platforms, Google and Amazon, etc. It auto-generates testimonial summaries for marketing. Through that, it recommends sometimes the best quotes or case studies. The most important is video testimonials. Nowadays, AI avatars and everything has become so big. The other day, I was watching on Facebook how world looked in medieval times, and all created by AI. And then there's a very interesting post which I follow in Insta, which I tell you more stories. See, I'm a history student also. I love watching what happened in the yesteryears. So I keep watching these AI made posts. They're very, very, very interesting. Try doing that. For example, Lenskart uses AI to highlight customer feedback in ads. Zomato auto-pulls top user reviews to show in app. Cars24 uses AI to analyze buyer feedback and improve trust messaging. Now, yes, automate mails, reminders, and messages are given through. Don't you get those messages? It is an auto-generated message. Please don't reply back. You keep sending that also. Personalized messages is also given by taking your name in the mail. And yes, we keep creating the smart sequences through email, SMS, and WhatsApp. Example, Razor Play automates follow-ups with leads who abandon sign-up. Upgrade send personalized course reminders via AI email bots. Lead Squared, popular Indian CRM tool with built-in AI for outreach automation. Yes, if you're using artificial intelligence, you have to be ethical also about it. Please don't use, nowadays, whenever we are accepting the cookies or they are asking you to, if you go to that website, they say, don't worry, we are not going to encroach into your data privacy. So yes, we have to be very, very careful that a customer is very important. You cannot encroach into their privacy and do things. That is very important, and there should be a proper transparency whether you're using chatbots or what. Blinkit, most of the time chatbot is answering, but sometimes they also say the support team is going to speak with you, and they all tell the name of that person. So very, very important on that. Try not to be biased. That is very important. Sometimes people, during few times back on Amazon, people started taking out jobs because of the AI problem. Only men were getting the jobs, women were being ignored. So they worked on that particular problem and then made it gender free. So these kind of things also happen, and we be very, very careful that we should not be biased. Transparency is important. Data privacy is important, which is the need of the hour. Real examples, if we take the example of e-commerce platforms like Flipkart and Amazon, they have been questioned for their biased product suggestions, sometimes more expensive or sponsored products unfairly. They do that. Yes. So girls, I would like you to see this video before I end. And here we come to the end of the session. Just give me a minute.
सर एक आम आदमी ए और चैट जीपीटी से क्यों भागे जा रहा है, क्यों उसको आसान शब्द में कोई सिखा नहीं पा रहा है?
देखिए एआई और चैट जीपीटी से
If you are running a business where you are the one who's managing operations, sales, marketing.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Q.
Just a minute. Watch it carefully. Make notes. She's wonderful.
It's FOMO, the fear. Do you know the secret to successfully pitching an idea? Well, it's something kind of unexpected. It's FOMO, the fear of missing out. As someone who invests in companies early in their journeys, I listen to nearly 2,000 pitches a year, and I work countless hours with company founders to help them make their pitch even more compelling. You may equate pitching with a slick deck based on some standard format, but whether you're pitching a company or trying to get buy-in for a passion project at work, so much of pitching is a storytelling exercise. You need to bring people along with you. You need to tell your audience a story that not only will draw them in, but it will make them feel that if they don't say yes, they will be missing out on something really big. When people think about pitching, they're thinking inwards. They think about their nerves, how smoothly they're talking, or what it takes to get to a yes. But the secret of successful pitching is to flip it outward. Who are you pitching to? What do they care about? How can you speak to what motivates them? For example, if you're pitching your startup idea to a venture capitalist who has lots of money to invest and needs big returns, they probably care about backing the next Uber or DoorDash. So you should focus your story on the size of the market opportunity. If you're pitching to a philanthropist or a nonprofit,
okay, everyone can see. Everyone can see that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Carry on, please.
Their motivation is likely about large social impact. So focus on showing how your product or idea will improve things in a lasting way. If you're pitching a project at work, focus on the people you're pitching the project to. What do they care about? More customer loyalty, more revenue, or perhaps a promotion? Tell them how your project will help them attain the goal that they want in a way that makes it almost inevitable. Give them that feeling of, if I don't support this, I'm going to miss out on something I care about deeply. Pitching is much like telling a story, just like a movie tells a story. You're charting the hero's journey in 3 acts. First, you start by telling about the hero's world, the status quo. In this case, the current situation that your product, idea, or service will be addressing. Then, introduce tension and conflict, showing all the problems that existing products aren't yet addressing. This will lead you to the big confrontation. You, the hero, sweeping in to save the day. And from there, give the resolution. How are things changed as a result of your actions? How does your product, idea, or service solve the problems you highlighted earlier? One of the best pitches I've heard followed this arc perfectly. The story started with a disturbing status quo. Depending on where and how it's produced, 1 gallon of milk can take roughly 1,000 gallons of water to produce and can create about 6 kilograms of CO2 equivalent or more in the process. In this case, the hero was the CEO and their team of scientists and food industry experts who have come up with a way to engineer plants to produce the animal proteins. They showed how a small crop of soybeans could create lots of delicious cheese and how this could feed the global population in a sustainable and yummy way. To anyone who cares about both the environment and good food, it was an irresistible story. It made me feel like I needed to be part of it, or I would be missing out on a big opportunity. When people are done charting their hero's journey, I make them identify their biggest weakness. Is it that they're missing somebody on their team? Or that it's very competitive? Or that they're trying to do something that has never been done before? Most people's instinct is to gloss over it, or even skip it altogether. But that's exactly the wrong thing to do, because the audience will notice it and will ask you about it. Instead, face it directly. Tell your audience, hey, you may think this is a problem, but here's exactly what I'm gonna do about it. And by showing the strengths and weaknesses of your story and not hiding anything, you inspire confidence, not only in you, but also in your story. The best storytellers, they live in the future, and they come here not to just tell us about it, but to show us the steps to get there. And this makes the audience lean forward. And all they need to do to be part of this amazing story is say yes.
People don't buy services, rather they buy trust, credibility, and the confidence inside you. If you
Yes, guys. So what did you learn from all this? Here we come to the end of the session. So please turn on your cameras. That's a gentle request, girls. Thank you, Meera. Thank you, Nisha, Ipshita, Sharda. So, Meera, how was this session today?
Yeah, it was a great session. Yes, I'm sorry. I had guests when we started the session, so I took my time to come on the video. So yeah, while I was going through the session, I also kind of looked for the answer for the assignment you had given.
Awesome. So
yeah,
you found it?
Yeah. Yes, yes. About tangible and intangible products, right?
Yes.
So tangible products are something which we can touch, feel, and see, like we are talking about Honda cars. And then intangible product is something what I'm selling. So it is non-physical. So it is a concept, and through our service we sell it. So like insurance, I sell it. I work for Access Max Life and also Star Health. So I'm an
So
insurance
you can now
advisor.
work on that. See how many phone calls we get, cold calls.
Yes. No, I'm not into cold calls, by the way. I'm definitely not into cold calls. I believe in getting references from my customers and growing business, and also networking with new people.
Other cold callers who keep calling.
Yeah,
rather.
yeah. A lot of cold callers
Just to
out
confirm
there.
that,
Yeah.
sorry.
So I'm glad. I hope you will be taking this information and try working on it in a better way.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
hope it
yeah.
was valuable for you.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
ma'am.
Thank you so
I
much.
will not.
Yes, Ipshita and Nisha. You're
Okay,
on
ma'am.
mute.
I'll wait for them. Like after posting only, I'll share it on the groups. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Ipshita.
Sure. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I learned about different kind of products. Like even though it's just Zomato and Swiggy, but then how different they are in terms of how they are marketing and advertising. That was a big learning to that.
I hope it was valuable.
Yes.
Thank you. Body language. I want more. Ye dil mange more. So how was it? Put in your energy. Put in your josh. Always.
I just had lunch, so a little bit feeling sleepy.
I understand. So I hope, because remember, feedback. It will help us to do better next time. Yes, that is very important for every field, every training, every professional. Right. Yes, Nisha, how was it? Because then we also prepare the roadmap like that, right? Akshita? Yes. Yes, Nisha. Nisha?
Yes.
Nisha, are you there? All right, ma'am. Alekia, are you there?
Yes. Nisha is there. Yes, Karan.
Yes. So
And
over
wrap
to
up
you.
for today.
Over to you, Alekia.
Yeah, thank you, Kamal. And we'll wrap up for today. And tomorrow only the next session, right? For the next steps.
Yes. We'll
Yeah.
connect tomorrow and try to look for two different products selling the same kind of thing, but how different they are. Girls, have you got it?
Can you please repeat?
Look for two products, different companies, competitors, and what is the USP?
Can you type on this on chat box,
Yes,
Kamal,
yes,
please, for them? I'll forward it to them.
Yes, done, Alekia. So apart from Swiggy and Zomato, look for something different. That is what it is. And thank you so much, Alekia. Again, God bless you.
Yes, that is
Always a pleasure to hear.
Yeah, thank you, Kamal. Same to you. Like we'll wrap up for today and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Bye-bye,
ladies,
girls.
for
Take
being
care.
here till end of the time. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.